Today in this class we will discuss fiber optics and networks. In this syllabus we will talk about the fourth model, that is WDM concepts and components. Here we have the syllabus. Here in this syllabus we will go with the overview of WDM, operational principle and some of the standards, and we can have some of the concept related with this WDM. We'll go with all these syllabus in depth while we'll discuss this chapter. So here we'll start with the module 4, that is wavelength division multiplex concepts and components. Here first we will discuss wavelength division multiplexing concept. So here before going to these syllabus, first we will go with the university question paper. So what is WDM, how it is implemented, explain the operational principle and implementation of WDM with a diagram, explain implementation of a typical WDM network containing various types of optical amplifiers. Like this, now we have n number of university question paper questions we have. First we will go with the WDM concept first. This is the block diagram of WDM concept. In this block diagram you can see that this is the multiplexer. This is the diagram of a multiplexer. This is all. For this multiplexer you can see what are the inputs you have. Input means you have the different signals of a different wavelengths. All these signals of a different wavelength with a different data rate that are multiplexed, and at the output of the multiplexer all these signals are combined together and sending through single fiber. We'll see what this WDM concept tells. Many different wavelengths between 1300 to 1600 nanometer can be sent over a fiber simultaneously. What range? 1300 to 1600 nanometer wavelength. This signal we are transmitting through a multiplexer. The technique of combining multiple wavelength is called as a wavelength division multiplexing. It is the techniques of combining different wavelength signal whose wavelength varies from 1300 to 1600 nanometer. We'll go here. Whatever these different wavelengths we have now, this different wavelength signal will be having different data rate. Here they have written different fiber lines of different data rate and different wavelengths are combined by optical multiplexer. All these wavelengths are available at the output here. Next we will go in depth about wavelength division multiplexing concept. So here before going to that one, first we will analyze the diagram. This is the transmitter section, this is the receiver section. In this transmitter section you can see that this is the wavelength multiplexer, this one is the wavelength multiplexer. For this wavelength multiplexer you can have n number of transmitter. These n number of transmitter producing signals of a different wavelength and a different data rate. All these signals are that are combined at wavelength division multiplexer. This is given to the input of optical amplifier. You know the rule of this optical amplifier. It will take the input from this wavelength division multiplexer and it will amplify the signal. Think that here before transmitting the signal through optical fibers, you need to amplify this signal so that at the receiver side you can get a good signal strength. So because of this, it is necessary to make use of optical amplifier at the transmitter side itself, and also at the receiver side also you should have optical amplifier in order to amplify the signal which is sent from the transmitter side. So here in this diagram you can observe that optical amplifier is present at both transmitter side as well as at both receiver side, and also at the receiver side you can have demultiplexer. Demultiplexer in the sense that from this optical fiber you will get many combined signal. These combined signals are of different wavelengths. All these combined signal can be extracted at the receiver side. Here you can observe that receiver 1 is taking, it is extracting signals of a wavelength lambda 1. Receiver 2, it is extracting signals of a wavelength lambda 2. Similarly, receiver n, it is extracting the signal of a wavelength lambda n. Here you can observe that you have transmitted the signal from the transmitter side. All these signals are multiplexed with help of this wavelength multiplexer. Then you will use the optical transmitter, and this optical transmitter, this will do amplification of this multiplexed signal, and you have given this ones to the input of the optical fiber, because you know that as the signal is transmitted to optical fiber, there will be a more degradation of signal will take place at optical fiber. So because of this, at the receiver side also you should have optical amplifier, so that this receiver signal can be recovered without any loss of transmitted signal. We'll see in depth what they have written. Optical signals of different wavelengths. Wavelength range from 1300 to 1600 nanometer can propagate without interfering with each other. The scheme of combining a number of wavelength over a single fiber is called as an wavelength division multiplexing. Each input is generated by a separate optical source. This each input is generated by a separate optical source with a unique wavelength, and optical multiplexer couple the input from individual source to transmitting fiber. At the receiving station, optical demultiplexer is required to separate the different carriers. Here you should observe that you should have optical demultiplexer at the receiver side. Different carriers before photo detection of individual signals. Here you can see this one at receiver diagram. To prevent spurious signals to enter into receiving channel, the demultiplexer must have a narrow spectral operation with a sharp wavelength cutoff. This acceptable limit of crosstalk is minus 30 dB. Means this gives the information that from this transmitter side you can get some dispersed light signal, but you can't able to receive this dispersed light signal at the receiver side. So because of this, and also during transmission of this signal from the transmitter side, there might be a possibility of combining one signal with another signal. You can see, call this one as a overlapping of the signal will take place. So because of this, you can accept the signal if its limits of crosstalk is